She said, "Your cart looks great." And then she picked up the brass candle holders. It is Monday and I am heading into Red, White, and Blue to see what I can find. I haven't been here in a little bit. Hopefully there's some good stuff. Their prices have also been very good lately. Hopefully that stays the same. If you're new to my channel, my name's Christy. I used to do a lot of reselling. Now I mostly just go to thrift stores and look for the good stuff and the prices to show you guys. I am doing a pop-up market though, so I may be doing a few more purchases. I also just created a brand new buy and sell group over on my Facebook, so I will link that in the description below if you want to come join. I will be listing things for sale, and if you want to list things for sale, you are welcome to. It's going to be just for vintage home decor, upcycles, and repurposed vintage. I have a lot of friends that I have invited that will hopefully start listing some good stuff in there. It's just getting started, so come on and join us. All right, let's head in and avoid my adult responsibilities. I have really been having so much luck at this Red, White, and Blue. If you haven't been to a Red, White, and Blue, they are absolutely massive stores. Mostly clothing, but they do have a ton of good home goods and decor. Right off the bat, I found this like onyx pyramid. Unfortunately, it was a little chipped at the top. It was $3.99, so I did put it in the cart just in case. There was this blue and white planter, which I thought was really nice looking, $3.99. I found the bottom of a brass urn, which was unfortunate. There was no top for it. This vase was really beautiful, $6.99. No markings, but I love the hand-painted flower on it. Not sure if the sticker was going to mess that up. This man was standing right in front of a turtle that I spotted from a mile away. I love this green one. He was $2.99, but he was still standing in front of the other 3 turtles I needed to look at. I waited so patiently, but I just kind of worked around him. This one is made in Japan, and it's a planter, and it was $4.99, and I absolutely put that in the cart immediately. This little turtle box I thought was really cute. It was $6.99 though, and I just really thought about it for a little while. I may have even put it in the cart and then ended up putting it back. I don't know why. It just wasn't doing it for me. This one, on the other hand, with the butterflies was really neat. It was $4.99, and it was actually Fitz and Floyd. This little kitten down here was like a sketch. Look at those big eyes. $7.99, but this is very unique. Kind of haunting, even. This like Art Deco vase was $7.99. I was surprised to see it sitting there because it's a really good piece. So I definitely put that in my cart. This looked like it was going to be Murano, and honestly it could have been. I just wasn't certain, so for $14.99 I wasn't going to take the risk. This little lady was very cute, $1.99. She's made in Taiwan. I feel like it's one of those things you get on your first communion or something. These little angels were adorable. I keep finding little figures with these faces. They were made in Japan as well. I've been finding a lot of Japanese figurines. They were $2.99 a piece. They were in pretty good shape too. Now these I thought were initially going to be a Hummel collection, but they are Memories of Yesterday, and they are UNESCO pieces, mostly from the 80s and 90s it looks like, and they are made in Taiwan. Most of them that I saw, but for $9.99 a piece, that was a no-go. I never really pick up plates, but I thought these were cool, and sure enough, they were Lenox. If you've been watching my videos, somehow I always pick up Lenox, and I just love the little mother and child on these. This plate was also really cool. I liked the colors on it, and it turned out it was Royal Dalton. So that was a really nice one as well. $7.99 though. This blue and white one, oddly enough, was the cheapest one, and it was $4.99. With the cutouts and the beautiful pattern, I put that in the cart. There was a ceramic, like a toothbrush holder, toothpaste, soap, That's really neat because you very seldom find cool bathroom accessories. Over in the frames, again, the Lenox found me. This was $19.99 though, so that was a no-go. I love these Winnie the Pooh pictures. They'd be so cute in a children's bathroom. This stone box with the turtles on it. Someone must have donated an entire turtle collection. This was handmade in Kenya, and it was completely made of stone and in beautiful condition, and only $3.99. On that same shelf, there were even more turtles, like this wood-carved one. And I liked this one. It was also carved out of wood, but it was lidded and very heavy. It was $2.99. Oddly cheaper than the other one. Here we go with some more Lenox. This was a candlestick. I did not see a price on that one. And then they had a vase back here for $7.99. I actually ended up seeing some people picking up all of the Lenox and let them know there were some frames over in the frame section. I spotted this piece of crystal here. It was $1.99. I do tend to find a lot of crystal candle holders. Down on the bottom, I spotted an amazing set of brass wall sconces. They were $6.99, which I think is reasonable for those. That was such a score. Honestly, I ended up putting them back, and watching this back, I regret that. There were some brass coasters as well. These were $3.99, and it was the full set. As you can see, the cart was filling up, so I knew I was gonna have to make decisions. Down here, I found these brass candlestick holders, and they were 99 cents a piece. And let me tell you, these ones do have some value to them. Usually they're in a set of 3. I only found the 2. I found this hobnail milk glass vase. It was only $2.99. I checked it for some damage and then I popped it right in the cart. There were these blue and white candle holders. They've been having these same blue and white pieces and they just keep switching the price tags on them a little lower each time. They're down to $7.99 a piece. Still not something I'm willing to spend. Of all the mugs here, I always try to look over here on this shelf. I find the best ones over here. There were these ones made in Japan. There are a few different little patterns. Unfortunately, they were $2.99 a piece, which was just too much for me because I would want to buy them all. So that would definitely add up pretty quickly. I did find 2 more down on the shelf below, so I put them back up with the others. I think there should have been one more though. I did find one thing hanging in the mug section, and it was this little creamer pitcher for $1.99. These old FTD mugs, this one's made in Korea. These are always a great find. This one has the hot air balloons in the primary colors, and it was only $1.99. There was this gorgeous Takahashi Japanese teapot with the bamboo handle. It was only $4.99. I just love the colors. Yet another Lenox piece. I don't know what it is with this store in Lenox, but I love this chip and dip. I thought that was a really beautiful piece, definitely functional. It was $9.99. I did see that other couple buying all the Lenox pick it up. A lot of people will say give up on the Lenox, but I just cannot. It's very nostalgic for me. There's this neat little holiday plate down here, $4.99. It kind of reminded me of Currier and Ives. It was dated 1990. I also like this bowl. I don't know if it's vintage, but it has the peacocks on it. Didn't have any markings. It was $3.99. I just really love those bold colors that it had. I always check the little pictures, and up here next to that booby mug was this beautiful hand-painted made in Spain picture. These colors were really nice. $2.99. There was also this Göttinger pitcher. I really loved the shape of it. $2.99 as well. I spotted pottery mugs. There was a set of 3. They were only $1.99, so of course I picked those up. I'm honestly not sure what these are. If you know, please let me know. There were a ton of them in the bags section. And I found tucked in the bags these Spice of Life glasses, and all 4 for $2.99. When I turned around, I met Kim from Koru New Beginnings up in Tarpon Springs. She said the cart looked great, so I said, please take anything you want. She picked up the brass candle holders. If you ever run into me out thrifting and my cart is that full, please ask. I am absolutely willing to give up stuff in my cart. There was this Polish pottery gravy boat. I also loved these Lenin plastics, dishes, especially this seashell one, but it was the most expensive one, of course. There was also that amber glass set in the back, which is cool. I've only found clear, not amber. This, I believe, is one giant flower frog vase. It was $4.99. I was thinking this set would be really neat to use for plants. You would have to put a liner in them. Of course, I usually just put the little plastic dish down the bottom. But how nice would that look to have all matching wood pots? Now, let me get ahead of the comments. I do know that they are salad bowls. I love this mirror with the doors in front. It was super heavy. I think it was $24.99. This tray had the glass or crystal. It had a very heavy clear dish in it, and then the silver tray underneath it. It was super heavy. $7.99 for that. I could definitely find some great uses for a tray like that. I love the colors of this teapot. It was Mikasa, but it was $9.99 and it was missing the lid. I mean, I'd put a plant in it, but I'm not paying $10 for a lidless teapot. There was a very interesting wood mill lamp. It was $20. Kind of cool. And a granny square blanket was only $4.99. I didn't love the colors, but still a great blanket. On my way up to checkout, I always like to see what's behind the counter where they keep all the treasures. This little dachshund was adorable. I had to zoom in to see the price, and he was $89.99. I looked him up. He does sell for quite a bit online, but I did love these ginger jars, though. They were $24.99 each. I told myself I was going to find a dress for a wedding in there, and I didn't, but I found a bunch of other stuff. So that was fun. And that's pretty much how it always goes for me. All right, so I spent about $40 in there, but I found so many good things. It was a good day at the thrift store. I put a lot of stuff in the cart, but I had to make huge decisions because I really don't want to spend money. It's been very challenging. If you couldn't tell, there were so many good things. I got my ceramic turtle planter and I love him. I tried not to buy anything else to sell because I have so much that I have to list. I'm going to list it in my Facebook buy and sell group. So if you're not a member of that, come and join. I'll put the link in the description. I also have a market coming up, so I'm gonna try to sell as much as I can that I already have so that I can start buying again, because it's really hard to not be buying things. All right, that's gonna be all for this video. I'm trying to make little shorter videos so you could take it all in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you like this video so that I know you like this content, and leave me a comment if there's anything you want to see. All right, I'll see you next time.